What? Oh, I'm spamming you with TikToks to watch in bed later like I always do. Well, just because I call it spamming you doesn't mean you can ignore them. If you don't react to each one, how am I supposed to know you saw them? It's not emotional blackmail. I thought you enjoyed the TikToks I sent you. Wondering whether or not you saw them just makes me anxious. What do you mean? It's not like I'm waiting for a notification so I can have an excuse to text you. You always have to find a way to tease me, huh? This is why guys are always scared to talk to you, you know? I do not refresh it to see if your response popped up, and I do care about what you think. That's why I send them to you and not anybody else. Special? You're getting a lot of mileage out of knowing you're the last person I think about before I go to sleep, huh? Yeah, that's a start. I'm honestly surprised we've gone this long without you sending me back more than a couple at a time. Yeah, I think I can handle it. Let's see what you find funny and judge your sense of humor for a change. Stop! You can't see yet. I can't believe a girl is stronger than me at wrestling. I'm not hiding a thirst trap. It's just one of those cat of the day posts I like. Didn't want you to see until later because I'd get embarrassed when I show them to you while you're right next to me. All right, fine, you can see. Come lay down here instead of on top of me. You're suffocating me. That's better. Here, look.
I'm gonna put my cat under my...
Oh, so you only like the funny ones? I didn't know I was here just to entertain you. Do I really do that same laugh every time before the ones I send to you? It's so embarrassing. Me laughing is your favorite part of it. Hey, I knew it! I knew you just wanted to tease me. Well, then I'll just send all my favorite ones to someone else. Yeah, you try to act cool about it, but imagine having to find something to do instead of watching my curated evening entertainment I painstakingly picked out for you. Don't act like I'm some reply guy. Well, yeah, obviously I like knowing you watched them. Kinda sucks that I don't get to see your reactions in person, so seeing you react with emojis is nice. Maybe now that I have this new apartment all to myself, you can come over more often, and I can see your face in real life more. Yeah, I almost can't believe it. I've been living with my older brother my whole life. It's gonna be weird sleeping here all by myself. Ditched me. You make it sound like he went out to get us pizza with some kind of malicious intent. I'm sure he'll be back soon. Why? Are you in a hurry to see him again or something? I'm not defending him, and you're not competing for my attention. I like when it's just you and me together. He always gets all the attention when he's around. I always liked hanging out with you more. I didn't mean it in a weird way. I just meant that we get to do more stuff that we like when he's not around. That's all. Who's trying to hide anything? I think it's pretty obvious I like hanging out with you. Confessing what? What's the normal amount of hanging out? Never mind. You're probably just trying to get me worked up again. What do you mean, hot girl? I didn't... No, it's just... I don't decide what the algorithm shows me. Besides, that was the first thirst trap it's shown me after all the ones we watched just now. No, it didn't. How could you tell it looked like you? It was only on screen for half a second. Now you're reading my facial expressions. You might know me a little too well. Oh, really? So that's why you always want to hang out? To study me? And what about me are you trying to figure out exactly? Why, huh? I don't. It's just the algorithm being weird again, I swear. You think I'm out here typing people who look like you into the search bar or something? Oh, you'd really want to test that theory, huh? Just scroll and watch my shame in real time? I'm already mortified. Fine. If it starts showing more people that look like you, that's not proof of anything. That's just the algorithm doubling down on how hot you are. Okay, hold on. You can't just say it like that. I'm just saying, statistically, the algorithm has excellent taste in women. And, maybe it learned that from me. Yeah, I remember. Why? Reluctantly? No, I wasn't joking, okay? I wouldn't have made that pact with you in high school that if neither of us was in a relationship after college that we'd date each other unless I was serious about it to some extent. I just figured you'd forget about it once college started. You always had so much going for you. I didn't think I'd even be on your radar by the time you graduated. I don't know. Now that it's over, it's weird, right? Like, everything's supposed to start now, but it feels like we're both about to drift in completely different directions. I don't know. Maybe not inevitable, but it kind of feels that way sometimes, doesn't it? Everyone's moving, getting jobs in different cities, starting their own lives. I guess I worry you'll end up somewhere amazing, doing something incredible, because of course you will. And I'll still be here trying to figure out what's next. I just don't want to wake up one day and realize the distance made me forget what your voice sounds like. Yeah, I know, you're right. I do that thing where I overthink until I convince myself you'll get tired of me or something. But every time you look at me like that, it feels kind of impossible to believe we'd ever lose touch. Hey, no, I'm not going to give you my phone. Wait, it's not fair. You're way stronger than you look. You're cheating. Okay, fine. Just don't tickle me. I'll tell you what's on it, okay? You win, all right? Just be careful. You make me drop my phone and then you'll never find out what's on it. Besides, it's not like I can grapple you any way I want. You're a girl. Yeah, I'm starting to notice that you're not really interested in fairness. You're just like showing me you're in control that much, right? Say what again? Cut it out. Seriously though, you're gonna make me drop my phone and if it breaks, you owe me a new one. Well, yeah, that's fair. I've kind of always been clumsy. You've already seen me drop, like, my Switch and my phone this week alone. Statistically speaking, the phone's doomed if I move too fast. Yeah, as much as I hate that, you have been kind of watching out for me since we were kids. I remember you used to stick up for me a lot when I would get picked on and bullied. And girls would always tease you because they thought you liked me. You know, since you would always hang out with me and defend me. Well, duh, that's why girls never talked to me in high school. Because they all thought you claimed me already. Or maybe I was just kind of lame and no one really liked me like that. I mean, well, that might be one reason why I made that pact with you, sure. But that's not true. I was much more likable in college. I wasn't so scared to talk to people anymore, so I'd go to a couple mixers here and there. But everyone knows girls don't go to mixers, so it was just a bunch of guys desperate to hook up. Besides, every time someone tried to set me up, I'd compare them to you without even realizing it. Kind of killed the vibe. Because you set the standard too high, that's why. You've always been the one who got me. Like, you'd notice when something was off before anyone else did. You'd tease me out of a bad mood without even trying. So, yeah, kind of hard not to compare everyone else to that. You know, you keep leaning closer like that, and I'm gonna start thinking you're doing it on purpose. It's just kind of hard to focus when you're right there, looking at me like that. And don't say I'm imagining it. You always do this when you want to fluster me. More than fluster me? You really gonna say that when you're this close? You can't just drop something like that and expect me to keep my cool, you know? If you're serious, you might actually get what you're asking for. Oh yeah? Then maybe you should tell me what you're asking for before my imagination runs away with it. Because if it's what I think it is, I'm already in trouble. You noticed that, huh? Can you blame me, though? It's kind of hard not to look you up and down when you're this close. And when you're looking at me with those little doe eyes, I know what kind of evil you're hiding under those. Well, like you already know, I'm 1 second away from kissing you, and you're daring me to do it. You've got that look that says you want me to, but you're gonna make me say it first. Then I'll take that dare. Did we both just... Okay, who kissed who first? Yeah, you're right. It probably doesn't matter. Because either way, I've wanted to do that for a long time. I guess we finally stopped pretending we weren't thinking about it. I don't know why I never tried until now. I guess I didn't want to mess things up. Well, you've always been kind of, well, out of reach, you know? Like, my brother's friend, my best friend, and I thought if I said anything, I'd ruin it, but then you kissed me back, and now I'm just... Yeah. totally ruined in a completely different way. Hey, you make that sound like it's a bad thing, that one kiss is all it takes to melt me. You do realize you're one of the prettiest women, like, ever, right? And you've been driving me crazy with it for years, so, yeah. What, you gonna gloat about it now? Kiss you again? You really don't make this easy for me. But if you're asking whether I have the courage to, then maybe you should stop daring me to prove it. 'Cause I will. Okay, well, I guess there's really no going back after that now, huh? So, does this mean that you really like me? Like you're not just messing with me again, are you? I... Yeah, alright, that clears it up. Okay, so maybe I needed the extra confirmation. I guess I just didn't think you'd ever actually want me like that, but I'm really glad you do. You make it sound like I didn't stand a chance of fighting back against your feminine charm from the start. I tried so hard to play it cool all the time, but every time you looked at me, I gave myself away. I think I've been yours since the first time you ever smiled at me. Wow, you're not even gonna pretend to be humble about it, huh? But, yeah, you're not wrong. You've always had this way of pulling me in without even trying. I'd, I'd tell myself to chill out, like to act normal, but then you'd look at me like that with that little smirk, and suddenly I'd forget how to breathe. Okay, so does this mean that stupid high school pact of ours actually counts now? Because back then I thought you were just teasing me. I didn't think you meant it for real. Part of me always wondered if that was your way of saying you liked me, but didn't want to scare me off. I mean, when you told me towards the end of high school you liked guys, I didn't think you meant me. I just didn't want to assume and mess it all up. You mean that? All this time, I thought I was the only one holding on to that stupid promise like it actually meant something. So we both went through college pretending it was a joke, and now we're here. Actually making it real. Guess we're both a little sentimental, huh? Oh, sure, what? Yeah, that's kind of the reason I never made a move on you all this time. You and my big brother were always close, and you're literally the prettiest woman in every room you walk into. Of course he noticed you. I just didn't think I had a chance. I even promised him I wouldn't try anything. I said I'd stay out of the way so he could shoot his shot when you both finished school. Guess that promise didn't hold up so well, huh? I guess some promises are meant to be broken. Besides, if he finds out, I'll just tell him it's your fault for being impossible to resist. Still, I'm kinda glad it happened like this. No big plan, no perfect timing, just us finally figuring it out. So, now that it's out in the open, are you gonna keep teasing me, or do I get to breathe for a second? I really did walk right into that one, didn't I? Just because I like you doesn't mean I like being teased. Maybe I just put up with it since I like you so much. Well, hold on. That's not exactly what I meant. Like it'd be weird if you suddenly stopped teasing me, right? Like that's kind of how our relationship has always been. Wouldn't it feel kind of weird? Besides, if this is what it's like between us now, I think I can handle it. Don't call it a kink. Maybe I've got a soft spot for dominant women. You get that look in your eyes, and it's like my brain just stops working. Well, I guess I just like seeing what you'll do when you realize I'm not fighting back. When you say it like that, you make it sound kind of dangerous. You get this little spark in your eyes, like you've been waiting for me to stop pretending. Don't worry, I'm not scared of you, just a little curious. Oh, maybe you should. I mean, if you've made it your mission to keep me guessing all night, I'd hate to ruin the suspense. Ugh. Oh, hey there. Can you... Okay. I've been looking at cars, which, is kind of funny because I'm confined to this tiny apartment in the audio realm and I'm not allowed to leave, so what do I need a car for? Anyways, I've been looking at cars, right? Who is responsible for this shit? The cheapest, economy car you can get that isn't made out of construction paper and thumbtacks is like $25,000. Why? And everyone needs one. Everyone has to have one, unless you want to be tethered to the block you live on. I don't know about you guys, but here in the United States of audio, you have to have a car. You have to. End of story. 25. Whatever. It's rough out there. I'm sure you didn't come here to hear about how things suck back in the human world, right? So, how's today's audio? The astute among you might have noticed that this is kind of a companion audio of sorts to the Friend's Older Brother audio from a couple months ago. Yeah, everyone seemed to like that one, and I got a comment asking if I could make an audio where y'all get with the younger brother, and I thought, you know what? No. No, I thought, you know what? That's a cool idea. So I made this like an alternate reality version. Don't ever let them tell you Ichi doesn't listen to you. He do. And for those of you who like my spicier audios, I have great news for you, because there's an extended bonus ending to this audio available on Patreon to Bronze tier and higher. So if you want to hear just how embarrassing I can sound on audio recording, then, first of all, that's really mean of you, and second of all, at least give me money for it at patreon.com/IchiGekiVA. Okay, I think that's all I have to talk about this time, so I'm gonna go play with my Hot Wheels cars and make them crash into each other, because it's funny. Bye!